Hello, YouTubers. Dean here, the author of Learning Method Success Secured, Learning Method for bass guitar, also other music instruments and music in general, written mostly for bass guitar. So today, another classic album, Annihilator, Never Neverland, for sure. Classic of spill metal, thrash metal genre. One of the album which I will use to explain to you better the fourth part, addition part of my method, Success Secured. So, to explain to you better my learning teaching method, Success Secured. Extremely advanced, developed, epic and adventurous method for new millennium, for extra fast developing, for every kind of player, young, old, middle age, doesn't matter. So, today, just in short, why this album? So this is really interesting album from 1990. Annihilator, Canadian masses of thrash metal. The second album with plenty of interesting, adventurous moments, excellent clean production, again functional, epic playing, fast, speed, precise, melodic, harmonic, trashy, powery, strong, very effective, rhythmic, acoustic, whatever you like. It looks like, again, as I said for my previous album, so this is my third album, after Master of Puppets and Operation Mindcame. This is Never Neverland, Annihilator. Simply took this one because I would like to present lots of interesting, more or less popular bass, let's say, players, works. So, how can you apply my method to this album again? It's really interesting how one picture, so design, the cover can tell us extremely more, much more what we, let's say, think it's possible. It's can be some kind of fairy tale, but also dark story about the future. So 1990, over 30 years of of this album, with interesting songs. So the Fun Palace, Road to Dreams, 6th and 7th, Stonewall, Never Neverland, New Product Eyes, Crowd Dinner, Phantasmagoria, Reduced to Ash, and I'm in Command. Excellent works of Joe Waters, mastermind, and later also today, But this album, what is important, if Success Secured, it's method, some kind of break method, change method, edgy method. So this album is also on one age, some kind of connection between the 80s, 1980s to 1990. Modern very modern song compared to, let's say, a Justice for All, which came to us earlier. This is really excellent production. Excellent production. You can hear every note, every tone. Low and bass. Fast. Like basically here. With only few notes, you simplifying for strictly like some kind of perfectly defined thrash speed metal to some kind of film music with 3 to 5 notes only. So there is very interesting, some kind of challenging to define, to describe qualities of bass here. From strictly speed trashy to more progressive, even filmic, adventurous playing with 5 notes, with very interesting intervals between the notes. But it's really important. And you have some kind of connections also between the songs. It is more conceptual, what you think. Like the first place, if you start to think, to analyze songs, there is a lots of different motives. Lots. It's up to you to understand more about this album. So to have this album, it is very interesting in the first place, and to think more about as you can see, there is lots of referencing to, I would say, history of painting, if you like, film. Try to think such a strong picture. Yeah. Maybe it sounds like trash speed, but it's much more. Very useful for my method, for example, because I'll use in this album, I will use, as I said before, my previous lecture, between 20 and 25 albums to help you. It's additional part, not compulsory part, but additional of my success secure method to help you to understand the function of the bass. As you talk about function, strictly function. So this is here, when you can hear, it's also a lot about creating the world again, telling the story inside of the world, changing tempos, very precise. This is speed, this is thrash, speed, metal, genre. But it is very important to understand connection with other genre with only few notes, only few motives. How easy. Here, bass, it's creating, flying between musical ideas, musical universe of heavy metal to another genres. I will include other genres too, not just metal, not just metal. For some people, I don't wanna, as I said before, no names. Yeah. For some people, it looks like strictly speed metal, painted into trash sound, some kind of trash medium, captured in a trash genre, philosophy or something, but it's much, much, much more. It's again strong message about the modern world. Chaotic, confusing, dark, fast, ever-changing. So lots of different motives. So when we talk about a success secured method of teaching bass guitar, as I said to you before, it's about creating storytelling, thinking, contemplating. What is bass? What was? What will be? Where are the borders? Why? There is no law wishing to tell to you. You have to think about bass using this and that philosophy. There is no law. There is no border. There is no rule. Only rule is your imagination, your creativity, your inner instinct to go further, to think further, to see further. That's the story of bass. With this album, again, we will analyze harmony, chords, motives, sub-phrase, phrase, and everything about. Yeah. You will see what they did. Do additional effort to understand why, to see some inner connections, inner referencing, to do some researching, to connect, think this album with another album. I'll teach you how to academically do research and why it's important. It's a piece of, again, history, piece of thinking, of creation. Of course, there are measures, rules, designs, lots of mathematics here, but also another artistical way of defining borders and using them strictly applying multidisciplinary approach to define this album. So it's entertaining task or tasks to see what we have here. I hope you will enjoy. So watch my videos, write to me, think, and see you in my next lecture. I hope you enjoyed this one. Also, in my previous, we have more over 10 hours of materials. And I will present the next album. So, be good, all the best. Do your research. duo. Don't be afraid to think out of the box. Yeah. Find your inner voice. Find your something critically specific to you, what you'd like to say, let's say, about this album, and how you can apply your base discipline, your base organism to your specific way of not just listening music, writing, creating, questioning, but also in your life as a whole. Yeah? It's a complete multidisciplinary approach to music, to life, to bass. See you.